It's time for another update from the Brian Lamb School of Communication at Purdue University with this episode of Lamb School Noticings. Once again, Connie Doebele and Dr. Marifran Mattson talk about what's going on in the Lamb School, including our connection to Purdue's Honors College, some exciting global research of a Lamb School graduate student and faculty member, and an important new communication minor.
Dr. Mattson, last week we were outside in the middle of the students near the library, right? Today we're inside. Where are we?
Today we are inside the Honors College in Honors Hall. Much quieter here in this environment than where we were recently, where we were outside and we saw everybody milling around. This is a place where students from the Honors College come to study.
What's an Honors College?
So the Honors College at Purdue is one of our 13 colleges. We're in the College of Liberal Arts in the Brian Lamb School of Communication, but the Honors College, kind of like our graduate school, it has students who are studying all across the other colleges, but they're also part of the Honors College. And so what they do is interact with the other colleges, and we interact with them.
And what makes it honors? I mean, does that bump up a bit in terms of what they have to do for their classes to be in an honors school and an honors class?
Yes, absolutely. So what the students do is, for the courses that they either take classes that are just for honors students, and those classes kind of focus specifically in the topic area, but then they kind of dive a little deeper into that topic. They can be in other courses and then do an honors contract. Where they, work with the professor to kind of add a little bit of extra into that class for their own coursework.
So at the end of it, what does a student get out of being an honors student or in the honors college?
I think what a student gets out of it, these are, highly qualified students that really, like I said, want to kind of go deeper into those topics. And so in essence, they're getting more out of their coursework as well.
So talk a little bit about the intersection between the Honors College and the Brian Lamb School of Communication. What's the link?
So we intersect with them in a number of ways. So we have professors that teach courses with honors students in them. We have professors, for example, this semester, we have 2 professors here teaching in the honors courses for the Honors College. Evan Peralt is one example. So he's kind of lending his expertise from his days in broadcasting and his expertise in strategic communication as a professor to a course that's looking at how do you write opinion pieces and pitch them to the media. And then we have Dr. Sun-Young Lee, who her expertise is in the area of collaborative networks. And so she's teaching a course on resilience surrounding disasters for the Honors College. And again, she's lending her expertise in that area to look at, how do people respond to disasters from a communication standpoint.
There are a lot of beautiful buildings on the Purdue campus, but this is really one of them. And I hear this is called the Harry Potter room. By some people?
Yes, for the fact that it kind of looks in some ways similar to the room in Harry Potter. And we've been fortunate not only to use this room today for Lamb School Noticings, but we also have held events here, like the watch party that we'll have for election night in November.
So let's move on and talk a little bit about something that I know is near and dear to your heart, but is also very important to the Lamb School, and that's this whole issue of research. What's the key to the importance of research in a curriculum in a school like the Lamb School?
Yeah, so research is one of the really kind of the 3 pillars, discovery, learning, and engagement here at Purdue. We are a Research 1 institution, so our faculty, our graduate students, our undergraduates are very involved in research, and in many cases go on to do research-oriented careers. And so that's really important to us in the Lamb School to help train students, to help our research get out there in terms of the discoveries that we're making through our research.
Can you give me an example of research that's being done?
Yeah, a recent really exciting example for us is a nice collaboration, not only with one of our faculty members, Natalie Lambert, but she's working with one of our graduate students, a PhD student. She's also one of our Ross Fellows, Jessica Ice, and they're doing work with Colombian farmers. So it's also a collaboration with researchers in Colombia, with farmers, coffee farmers in Colombia as well.
So what's the communication nut of that?
So what they're looking at is they're looking at how has climate change affected coffee farmers, and talking about then how through communication we might address some of those issues and some of those needs that coffee farmers have to collaborate, not only amongst themselves but perhaps amongst other countries, and take those farmers' perspectives into consideration to adopt adaptive strategies for climate change.
So anybody that hears anything about higher education these days hears about something called STEM. Now, what's the STEM what is STEM, first of all, and what's the connection with research and all of that?
Science, technology, engineering, and math is what STEM stands for. And Purdue is known as a STEM institution because we're very strong in all of those areas. But what we like to make sure and say is that in the liberal arts, we're also complementing the STEM areas with the work that we do, for us particularly in communication, and how communication is important to the STEM disciplines.
So there's a STEM minor?
Yes.
So can you explain how that works?
Yes, so we have a minor in communication that we offer and kind of tailor toward students in the STEM disciplines. And what we like to tell them is it's going to give you an edge when you're out there searching for your first job or for your career, because you'll have taken not only Com 114, but you will have taken 4 other courses in the communication discipline. And they're very skills-oriented courses. We hear all the time from really every industry that says, what are the top things students need to have coming out of college? And oral and written communication skills are always at the top of the list. This communication minor will give those students those skills.
So, I mean, it seems to me like, as I remember, you know, the university was all a bunch of silos. You know, you went in and you did all these classes, you went in and you did this kind of area, you went all these classes. That's a thing of the past, though, isn't it? Is that nationwide, or is that something specific Purdue is doing?
I think it's nationwide, the importance of collaboration across disciplines and really kind of encouraging, you know, everyone to get out of their silos and work across the disciplines, because we all have so much to offer each other.
So is that more difficult administratively for a university that then has to have faculty working interdisciplinary? It
makes things a little bit more challenging, but I also think it's much more exciting and much more interesting.
What's coming up in the Lamb School that you want to talk about?
So, you know, we have a variety of things coming up in October. Our advisory board's going to be on campus. We're going to have a Com Day networking event that's going to be going on. In November, it gets busy with our election night watch party for the midterm elections, with our National Communication Association conference. So it's going to be a busy semester, but a lot of fun as well.
From the Honors College in the Harry Potter room. I want to go read another one of the books, I think, after sitting here today. Thank you so much, Dr. Mattson.
Thank you.